Yeah, so today is day two, and I just want to talk about the Apple event that happened today. Absolutely incredible, but the focus is not actually on Apple, like the announcement today, because a lot of people on like Twitter and on Threads on social media are just like, oh, there are a bunch of minor changes, all these like little small things, like it's basically the same phone, and I can kind of agree because a lot of things are very similar, not a lot of change at all. But one thing that's really incredible to think about is Apple had to get to a point to where they were at that level of excellence to where if like all they have left are just small things just to continue to get better at. But there's nothing like humongous and significant anymore. Like, isn't that incredible? Like we all want to get to this point really to where you endure the first few years because like Apple, if you don't know, Apple almost went bankrupt, and not just once, it almost went bankrupt a few times. And it's absolutely incredible to think that we have all this potential but we just don't start. Like, if you just decide to start and endure having those big changes, having those big amounts of growth at first, because those are hard. Putting yourself out there is hard. Doing this every day is hard, but when you choose to do that, when you choose to take a risk and be able to understand that it kind of sucks, but you get to grow. It's so beneficial because later on you're gonna become so good at something that's you can only continue to make smaller changes. It's like those YouTubers that are like some of them they almost like feel like they can't post because they've made such good things, which is a problem in itself. But if you can get to the point where you're making such amazing things and all you have left are just small things to continue to get better, that's the goal. That's the goal to really, it takes the first few years, or maybe first few months, or whatever it is. No, usually it's gonna take years. Like it's gonna probably take years, of kind of just like not being the best, not really being up there. But once you practice and you get better at it, then you're gonna succeed and it's gonna be so crazy. And you're gonna look back and be like, wow, I can't believe it. Like if you look at an iPhone 7, which launched in like what 2017? 2017? Not 2017, right? Like around 2017 or so. Oh gosh, I'm forgetting. But yeah, if you look at an old iPhone and you really just like look at it and like just think about like an iPhone 7 that wasn't even released like not even probably 10 years ago. And then now we have what we're on iPhone 16 and look at it and it's recording like 4K 120 frames per second video for non-video nerds. It's like that's professional camera stuff. Like a lot of professional cameras don't even have 4K 120 frames per second. It has all these abilities, all these. It's literally a camera that comes with the phone and comes with a computer. Like it's that powerful. It's that amazing. But that's not what it started out as. It started as this little revolutionary device. Oh, it was this little piece of glass, just one button, and everyone's like, that's crazy. Why would you do that? Why would you take away the headphone jack? Why would you do all these things? And now look at Apple. It's amazing. Look at what they're doing. And that's what we have to understand as people. Like, be like Apple in a way and understand that, it takes time, but do it with excellence as well. That comes with excellence. Don't just do things just to do things because if you look at Apple, they they do things with excellence. They don't touch a single like people often be like, "Oh, Samsung's been onto that for years," but then Apple does it to where with their own unique abilities, with the level of quality and just that high level of pride that they take in every single thing that makes them amazing and makes them have like an almost cult like following, literally. And it's absolutely incredible. And that's where you have to get. You have to understand. You have to put in the reps, put in the practice, endure the growth. Growth is not super easy all the time. If you think about a plant, when it comes out of the ground and that plant is coming up, I bet it's not the best feeling. Because when something is sprouting, it has to break free from all that soil. It has to push all of that out of the way and sprout up. And that's probably a tough transformation. Gold, when like coal is being pressed under all that pressure and heats, but it makes diamonds. And we like to hear that all the time. It's like juice. You want to get juice, you have to endure the squeeze. Like people don't want the squeeze, but then they want the juice. Like like, come on, really? I take that quote from a song. I can't remember the song, but it's something by like Indie Mineo. But yeah, and it's like people really want, and it's like we're all guilty of this. I'm guilty of this as well. It's like you don't want to endure that growth. You want to endure sucking, and you just have to embrace it. It's a part of life. And then once you get those first big growths out of the way, then you can really get to where you can create the things that you want to, make things at the level that you really want, and go even further, which is the end goal. And then you just get to a point where you're making um small little improvements, and it just continues to get better, and you begin to, get wealth, be able to have a family, be able to do all these different things that you truly want to do. But you can't do what you want to do if you don't do the things that you have to do. Do things you have to do so you can do what you want to do. you know so yeah, that's kind of my little wisdom of today. That's my video today, and next video is tomorrow.